to the football show. The show is all about the European football and world of football together. Today's our guest is Fernando Perez from Spain, who has more than 25 years experience about the football and the analytics of the football, how is going to football. And today's our discussion is all about the European football, particularly the playoffs of the World Cup qualifiers. Welcome, Fernando, to our show. So
Hello.
thank you, Fernando.
Hello.
It's a pleasure to be again in our show. Now, Fernando, I just to say something about today we have to discuss our idea of the European playoffs and also the leagues. And the last Saturday, a lot of that happened in the Saturday in football, particularly in La Liga and also in Bundesliga and also the Premier League too. So let's start with, I think we'll start with a little bit on playoff, and I want to discuss very interesting, the playoff has a draw, which is we only can see either Portugal and Italy. That was a big issue for all the football fans. And ironically, both the team has a successive European championship. Last European championship was 2016 was Portugal, and 21 rather 20. It was not done in 20 and 21 is Italy. Yes. Both the European champions, we only can see one. So how do you feel about to see Mancini's Roberto Mancini's Italy or Ronaldo's Portugal? What is your call?
Well, Coach, I think it's a possible final of a World Cup. It's a final. It's possible we are going to look and enjoy with a final in before 4 months before is the World Cup. We are looking Italy, Portugal. Well, before we are they are when before with Turkey, because Portugal Turkey is very another exciting game, because Turkey is very strong team. Don't forget.
Yeah.
People is only thinking it's possible is Portugal and Italy. Well, wait. We have to look with Turkey. Turkey is very high difficult. It's very high difficult national team. But if Portugal get win to Turkey, it's fantastic. It's so difficult to know. But at this moment, I believe that Italy is more percentage to win this final with Portugal. I think Italy is so difficult team when the national team of Italy is playing to classify for Qatar. I think it's so difficult. But I think Portugal, I think they have got time to get in better performance in this month before the playoff. And what I think is for the supporters, I think it's fantastic.
No, but I think Italy has also very. It's playing with the North Macedonia is not a big deal for Italy.
Yes.
But Turkey is certainly a better team than North Macedonia, as per the paper. But in football, anything can happen. And today's football is not a big difference between all the teams. They're all playing very good football. And when they come to a playoffs like European qualifiers, is one of the best qualification tournaments. All the people can say it's a kind of mini World Cup. So it's all the team are very, very good team together. But then if you see another draw, it's a very important draw. If you look at the side of Russia, Poland, Sweden, and Czech, whatever. Another interesting. Sweden and Czech is also very good, tough competition, and Russia, Poland is also very, very tough. Where either we can see Ibrahimovic or Lewandowski. That is a very good. I think Poland Russia is also a very good match because both the team has a very good influence of football together. More of the style is same.
Of course. We are going to look another possible final is Russia, Sweden. If we analyze the history of Russia, we cannot forget that Russia is another big European team, of course, and I think we look how it's possible. Sweden is in the same level that a Spanish team, okay? It's in the same level of Spain, Sweden.
Yeah.
Is I think another final. Russia Sweden is another interesting game that we are going to enjoy, and very emotion because they are two very strong national team, and before if we look, Gales Austria is fantastic also, because we are going to look how he is Bale and Alaba. Is the Alaba without Bale, and it's another interesting because Austria is at this moment is very high level of technical and tactical style of playing, and it's very similar to Germany. Okay, to Germany, and Germany is possible the best team in Europe, and Austria is not so different to Germany.
Yeah, and very interesting also, because the other side is also Scotland, Ukraine are looking a very good tournament, a very good side, and hopefully this playoff has only 3 teams we can see. And but the best everybody has look at Italy and Poland, Italy and Portugal, because these two as also people's team. Yes. And also we cannot lose Ronaldo. Also we cannot lose Italy's Roberto Mancini's superb style.
Yes.
And what an irony, Fernando. This is an irony where Italy was playing superb. It's an unbeaten run from the European Championship, and that team is now in playoff. Yes. And also they're in doubt because they are going to face, hopefully, the expert says that North Macedonia is not so wet-like team, but North Macedonia can also be a giant killer too, because they have a good football they have played for the last 5-6 years. North Macedonia is also playing, and they're all the players they're playing in the European leagues.
Yes, it's true. At this moment in Macedonia, I agree with you. All player is playing in third division in another European club, and but in my opinion, Italy is the problem for the team that is opposite to Italy. Italy is very intelligent team when they are playing for a final. For playoff, they are always they are very very intelligent in the tactical topic. Okay, I think always they are playing with the system that always Italy use, and is always defense, very high level of defense, very high, and now in Italy the control of the ball. Also, there are many players with very high level controlling the ball in Italy. Then, I'm sure that normally for Italy is easier the semi-final than for Portugal. Portugal with Turkey, I think is very strong. Turkey is very strong. Very passionate players.
Yeah, and also they're a very energetic team to compete with Poland. But Portugal, as another side, have all the players they're playing very well, particularly Jan Jota, then Diego Jota, and then the Silva, and then also Bernardo Fernandez, and also Ronaldo, all big player, Felix, and all are very good will form, because particularly if you see the last Premier League match with Diego Jota has played superb football, and also this Silva is also doing very well in Manchester City, and also Fernando. Bruno Fernandes is also very well in Manchester United. So I think there is a slight age of Portugal regarding Turkey, and all same thing happened applicable for Italy as some age with North Macedonia. But another interesting, if you look at you rightly said, Wales and Austria is also a good match, because Austria's side is last 5-6 years they developed a really good football. Tactically, they are more like a German base, and very young players, and they all are very systematic approach to the game. And I have seen them last 10 years to grow, because I was very closely acquainted with Austrian football too. And I also, when it comes to Austria and all this stuff, this is a very good opportunity to see another emerging European football giant going to be emerged soon. And also, we don't want to miss Gareth Bale. No. But really, all the European playoffs, the world of football is, if Ronaldo couldn't qualify, this should be his end of his World Cup dream, because next World Cup is 41, will be his age. But I'm not astonished he can play even in 41. I don't know. He can do anything. He doesn't. He himself believe he is a kind of a product of science. He believes in his biological age, and what he's did unbelievable. What he's doing absolutely unbelievable. Even in the last match they played against Villarreal, he is the man of the match of that Champions League match. So it's absolutely wonderful. He's in the right shape.
Yes.
Now, Fernando, let's a little bit. We have discussed about the playoffs, and also we have kind of 3 teams can participate for the final rounds, but the all eyes and the draw was such a way, the all eyes, and now look at who will be the one team, Italy or Portugal. That's the all intentions, all people's, all football lovers, and their whole intentions, and also pray for both the teams. We don't want to lose much in his football, much in Roberto Martinez's football styles, and Italy's own way of football to the World Cup. They always flooded of their own style. Italy believes their own defensive styles and all the counter-attack and fabulous footballers. And same thing when it comes to the Portugal.
Yes, but I believe in Portugal and in this last month or in this last year, I think is the big problem is they lose the style of play of Portugal when they won the European Cup. Okay, I remember is they know which kind of style they are using, but at this moment is every player is fantastic. They are very big player, but at this moment is not very a strong team. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Actually, there's a big challenge.
Yes, they are talents, of course. If you take every player individual is fantastic, but they lose the style that they use in the past, and they get fantastic result. But now I think they need change too much things to get win to Italy. I think
that is a very problem. You are rightly said that Portugal has not come. What is the advantage of Roberto Martinez's team? Has a team, and they play each other very well, and they're well connected, and all. And also one important thing: the most of the players they play in the Italian league, and most of them from Juventus or Turin, or it's the same team. So it's easy, like Germany. All the players, most of them are from Bayern Munich, so they have a very good coordination each other. So Italy also an advantage. They have all the Juventus guys more.
Yes.
So that makes the team more comfortable. But for Portugal, they are really, you rightly said, they all are individually brilliant, super style. But as a team, they are playing in different leagues and different clubs with different styles altogether.
Yes.
Like for example, now if you look at talk about the Bruno Fernandes playing for Manchester United, or Diogo Jota for Liverpool, or if
Felix
you can call it Felix for an Atletico, and also look at the Silva, Fernando de Silva is also from Manchester City. All the coaches has different styles, and you cannot adopt within 2-3 days. They come together from their club responsibility. They then come for the team for international breaks. They come join together for 2-3 days, and they try to be a team. I think that's difficult. That's I always felt. You should agree, Fernando. This was one of the reason. Well, the smaller teams, when they play each other, they are emerging much better because they play each other for a long time. So a lot of young teams like Austria, the Scotland, Ukraine, these teams the players are more. They're playing very well together, and togetherness is important in football.
Yes.
That's I think this is your.
It's important. It's important, but if I think there are another very important. Another important question that is a national team, for example, in Spain, they know how is the style that they want to play. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a project of more or less of the 12 last years. Okay, and Spanish team is playing with the same style, with some change. Okay, but with the same style. Germany is the same. They know how is the style that Germany is playing in the last years.
No, yeah. But one thing I can tell you about it, that's if you talk about the example of Spain and Germany, the most of the players in Germany or in Spain, they played in their own league. Most of the players. That's the advantage for them. So it was always an advantage to the players can play in his own league, maybe a different clubs. But this also makes some kind of a style of a country style, like in Germany. Most of the clubs have their own German style, and like a Spain, they have a different approach to the coaches, a different approach, but the Spanish style is there. Exactly. So this is the difference. What I found, like Portugal, they have fantastic players. If you look at 1-to-1 player, Portugal is one of the best team in the world. But they can't become a team. But you can also give a reverse example like Argentina or Brazil, how they play, because they are not playing in their own league even. No players in playing in Brazil or Argentina.
Correct.
But the Latin American football style is something different than European style. So they believed in their individual brilliance, all the skills, and the European style is a team efforts. When team efforts comes in a style of the coach's mind, then you need a very good like why the Spain and Germany are so successful. Yes, because their players are playing for last 10 years. If you look at the study, the most of the players playing in their own country, their own leagues. That would be a bigger advantage. Do you agree on that point?
Yes, we can speak about, for example, the Germany's school. Okay, when we was reading now about, for example, running in Germany. Is he made a style, or he made a school, okay? And in Spain, it's very similar. When Luis Aragonés in the past is made a style of play. The school is the school coax of Spanish is in the same line. In Germany, is very similar, of course. You can
if you could if you look at Ralph Ragnick style, if that style is follows by Tuchel, then it's Kloop, Felix, Nagelsmann. Tuchel. These are Tuchel, the Bayern coach Nüsselmann, even the German coach Hans Flick. These all are following the Ralph Ragnick's contributions to the German football.
Exactly.
Same thing. That's why I always say but if you took European football, it's who has a main player like Look at if you look at the Denmark football or Scandinavian football, they have a lot of brilliant footballers in their style in their kitty, but they never come up a long time there. Like Denmark this year playing very good, but in '92 there was a superb. But then there was a gap. But there was a lot of players that played in various divisions, various leagues that can't come together. Togetherness is important in football. It's not within 2 days you play together and then go for the match. This is not that is not a way to do that. What on a call about it, Fernando? That's now the national team should think about more seriously about the players to retain take more time for the national duties, or there's always a debate about the conflict of interest with the national duty first or the club duty first, because only 2-3 days they come together and then they play for national team. Is it the right opportunity, or what was your call?
Yeah, but we can look, for example, here in Spain, when it's necessary concentrate for in Europe is the same. The time is the same for all national team. Okay, now is they are playing for and training for 2 weeks. Yes, for 2 weeks more or less. Of course, I think they need more time, but it's impossible because with the club, I always say that the club pay to the players. Okay, and if the club pay the salary of the players, it's normal that the club is looking for the interest of the club, of course. But I think it's necessary, and I think it's necessary take 2 weeks minimum for concentrate and training together in the national team. It's obligatory. It's necessary. But well, I think about this topic is necessary to speak very serious with UEFA and FIFA, and there are many interests between club and UEFA and national team and UEFA. Okay, I think it's not easy. It's not easy because if you look, for example, I don't know. Cristiano Ronaldo, for example, Cristiano Ronaldo is training around more or less 8 months. 8 months with the club, plus minimum 2 months with the national team. I think it's very high. It's very high physical level for a player, for a professional player. Okay, it's very difficult for the health of the player staying in the best level in the club without take time to relax, of course.
Yeah, I think that's really a big questions to the national team. You rightly said it should be concerned for the national federation, FIFA, WIFA, or not only this is the question for very important to answer, because national duty is also very important and cannot be a very within 2-3 days come together. It cannot be a same style you can come up and play good football. That's why the club football is more on it looks better because they together they played and they have a style. Then slowly people are going for the club football is more lucrative than national duties. And that is very very important. You rightly said, Fernando, that now there's a time to come that FIFA, WIFA, and also the national federation should think about the model where they can. Even it's good for the national team, and only a few teams have because all the leagues in Europe, it's not a big league, so the players can go out to play big leagues. That's always a dream. So I think UEFA should take care of the balance of a league. They should promote the other leagues too, so people can view, and people can also the UEFA not to focus on the 5-6 good leagues. Because the only league you can talk about the PL or the Premier League or La Liga or Serie A or Bundesliga. Now a little bit more on the League One because of Messi gone there, so they have back into the fray. But there's a lot of football in Dutch, but it's not been promoted properly. Also, Scandinavian football is also very good style, good quality of footballers, and a very good infrastructure. We never knew that.
No,
and that has to be promoted. Even and I also say, because I personally have seen it, with East European football like Poland, Hungary, Romania, they have a lot of football history together, and they can, particularly Hungary. And there's a lot of Hungarian club, but there's a lot of values there and their long history. They should revamp. I think this kind of league has to be also promoted so that the homegrown player can play their own leagues. Then properly the country will more progress. Like the Lewandowski has what a record he has in this season. But he has he has to give his best for his team, but he needs a good player to support. So these are all those things are very much an important role to be played together. But Fernando, this is very interesting. We should have discussed more on this topic next any of our shows. The national duties and also the priorities of the other duties of a club. This is also a conflict that should be discussed in an elaborate way with more experts to be on the future one of our shows. But we also today we a little bit want to discuss about in Saturday's yesterday's a few matches in Premier Leagues. Also very interesting matches are going on that was happened, and also in Bundesliga, Bayern has beaten and they get a great record of 100. Yesterday, the Bayern has got 100 in this season, 102 goals. They surpassed the FC Cologne's record of in 1977 that they have scored 101 goals. This is a phenomenal success for them. And also Premier League, that is a very good, again, Jurgen Klopp has done it again with his superlative coaching style. 2-0, and it's a fantastic match with Diogo Jota played superb football. And that is a very important role to play against. I know they're not 2-0, it's a 4-0. 2-0 is Arsenal versus Newcastle.
Yes, and Arsenal also.
2-0. Arsenal beat 2-0, and I think Liverpool that's 4-0.
4. Yes, it's fantastic.
So
Liverpool at this moment is stayed on in the same level that Manchester City.
And in also I want to the Liverpool is doing a superb with the more interesting thing that every player the team is like a German, like and Klopp has made this Liverpool is like everybody is playing. It's not an individual dependent team. It's not even 5-6 players. It's a whole team. Even the bench is so successful. The bench is so strong. It's really wonderful to see. I knew Jurgen Klopp from the Dortmund days. I've seen him very closely. It was wonderful. He's a classical coach with he mixes the players like an elder brother, like a father. So he's always with his emotions with the players. He shared his emotions, and players also shared his emotions.
Yes,
it was fantastic.
Yes, and about the growth, I think is the collective pressure style is the sample of course. I think when we look, Liverpool is a big collective work pressure in all time. I think it's so difficult when you are playing with this kind of system. Okay.
Yeah.
It's impossible. It's impossible. Sometimes decide which is the best pass. 1, 3, 4 player is present in your field. I think it's so difficult for the team defend this style. Yeah,
absolutely. This is I think the English Premier League has now is a lot of German influences coming up.
Yes.
One side is Chelsea, Tuchel have changed the team, a little different team, and also Liverpool. And now
Yes.
another great guy, Ralph Ragnick, is going to be, hopefully he's going to join Manchester United in a turbulent time. So
Yes.
I think Ralph was wonderful. I've seen him in from the Hoffenheim days. The two team, and also Leipzig. He made the two teams from out of nothing, and
Yes.
he plays so many players. And he rightly said Ralphig is making a schooling in Germany, which is really wonderful.
Of course.
So when he backs to, and I think the English football is slowly become more a German football. They're adopting. They never thought about the Liverpool also was a lost little summer when before the club joined. Liverpool was a little bit in topsy, and also Chelsea when Tuchel joined. A lot of people are not selling well, and the performance was not so good. So this Tuchel, and then really, I really love to see the German coach to join and Premier League. Then Premier League also have enriched more with the German coaches to their sides.
Yes,
and I think
yes, and
yeah.
Principally is we can look how is possible the ECOWAS give personality to the English club, okay? Because when it's coming Thomas Tuchel, for example, he know what is the style, the personality that the he want for the team, okay? It's
absolutely, that is true. That's
when we can look 5-6 years ago, English is not changing for 30-40 years. It's always with the same style, okay? English style is low. And now it's coming with the German school and the Spanish school. Don't forget with Guardiola in Manchester City. Okay.
Yeah.
And you look yesterday again how is possible Thiago in Liverpool is the owner of the team. He decides in all time how is the director or of the orchestra. Thiago.
Yeah.
It's necessary. And in Manchester City also, you can look how it's possible, it's necessary the midfielder or the playmaker is the principal player in the city. In Liverpool also, in Chelsea also. Before in English club, you never look before that the playmaker was important. Now it's so different.
Yeah. And there's and it's also the Premier League. These 3-4 coaches like Guardiola, then there's Klopp, then Tuchel, and they are coming and change a lot of football styling. And also, I have a little bit very high regards to Claudio Reiner, because Claudio Reiner is a very, very senior guy and a very strategic coach. And now he joined Woodford again, and
Emery,
again Emery,
Arsenal.
Yeah. No, Arsenal is not. Arsenal is Arta. Michael Arta.
Yeah, no. I say in the past.
Past. Of course. In past.
Arsenal won the UEFA League with Emery. It's
of course.
New style.
Yeah, of course. I think now the English Premier League is also going to change his styles. The clubs has a vision now, and they are look at the. Actually, the English Premier League was a little bit of conservative league, always rooted in, but last 5-6 years, they are now open up their style, and they have also tried to try to create new experiments with new ideas and thoughts, and also engage a new football interesting topic. But now we have to discuss again of your country, Barcelona again.
Yes.
And Xavi has a good luck, very good luck when he bought back again a winning track after a draw with Benfica. And but interesting point I was to see the playing of another 19 years boy, Eze American boy.
Yes.
Yeah, he is also fabulous, and he is the first time he's played from the beginning. The other two
Yes.
matches he has came as a substitute, but
Gabi,
he was
Nico, Abde.
yeah, out there. Absolutely, these are. I said when we you remember we discussed when Zabi joined. I said Zabi has definitely look at the young talent more,
Yes,
because
of course.
he is a product from La Masia. So again, the Barca
Yes.
has faith on La Masia as own grown player, and really,
Yes,
and
coach.
that's
It's very important that the supporters have to know that yesterday, 8 of 11 player is ex-Masia player.
yeah,
8 of
yeah,
one team of 11, 8 is coming from La Masia. Only
yeah.
Ter
That's it.
Stegen, De Jong, and yes, the last one is yes, Memphis, De
Yeah,
Jong, and Ter Stegen is not only 3. This player is not coming from La Masia. The other
yeah,
is coming from Masia. I think it's
yeah.
very interesting, very interesting.
Yeah,
Analyst.
but this is, I think this is a very this Barca this year. Barca is really for an example for the other clubs to focus on their own young. Even this year, if you look at the also for English Premier League, all the Chelsea has bought a lot of young players in
Yes.
the team. Chalova is playing very good in the Champions League. He was the man of the match that match. And then against Juventus, played super football, a young and 19 years old boy. And then also the Liverpool also bring him. There are a lot of good players. Also Smith, Emil Smith from Arsenal. Everybody, every team, and also the
Yes.
English Premier team also bring their Manchester. Also the Jordan Sancho is young, very young. And these are all players. And now the young player the Sakabaka is also very important. He's a young guy. From it's also from the fantastic opportunity to play together again, to
Yes.
have this opportunity to the
Yes, of
team to
course. I
together.
think
So I think this year football is all about. We have seen the 17 years Gary, the golden boy, and also Pedro. Sorry, the golden boy is Pedro.
yes.
Pedri. The golden
Pedri.
boy is Pedri. But Gavi is also equally good. We have seen a successful Gavi or Pedri in their team for 17, 18 years boy or 19 years the age. And also same thing we have seen this season, particularly of 40 years Ibrahimovic, and also 36 was great Ronaldo. And really, this football is all about. And also in Barcelona too, 39 years old Dani Alves and 17 years Gavi. What a
Yes.
combination! I'm
Oh,
really interesting. I'm
yes.
really interesting to see when the Gavi and Alves play together, and it's like a fantastic scene to be seen.
the
39 years
father and
old,
the father and
and
the
the
son.
father could be a father and son. It's a fantastic. It's a good for football. There's no age in football. It's all about football. It's really a fantastic. So I think we have discussed a lot about and on playoffs. We talk about a little bit on the talking about the Premier Leagues. We talk about also a little bit of Bundesliga on Bayern success and a wonderful journey together. And one good thing is back the Holland is Erling Haaland back in action again for Dortmund.
Yes.
We missed him a lot in the Bundesliga. He's a terrific scorer and terrific player. But we surely we miss him in the World Cup. We miss Erling in the World Cup. Maybe we are hoping Erling can have a next World Cup to be Feyenoord again.
Yeah.
So it's a wonderful. We have discussed a lot, Fernando, about a little bit of football, and so it's always a pleasure to talk with you.
Thank you.
All the show has to be an end. And Fernando, thank you again for your very elaborate explanations or analyzing the. Today was an important topic of a discussion. We have summing up like the conflict between national team and for the club duties. Some point of time, you have to think the national team needs more time to play together to get the success in the national team, because they need to know each other, because they're playing a different league. Most of the players in the country, they have different leagues. Like like Spain and Germany, where they're successful for a consecutive success, because most of the Spanish and German players, they play in their own league. And so they have followed their own styles, they follow their own way of thought process, their habit, the culture, they're together. And other teams are, most of the players, they play around the world. So they'll join us together with a different environment. Somebody came from different places, somebody from different places. It takes time. Even the body has to adjust the time to sell together, not to play again. There's also science there. So I think this will be a very good debate with our next few shows. We'll definitely organize some talk about the priorities of the national duty and also to the club duty. That is a very big question for the national federations, UEFA and FIFA, for the European football. And also they should look at the promote the other country league too. Now, today we have good discussions, and next, definitely with our next hour shows, we should talk about a little bit of East European football, which you have a heritage of Hungary, Romania, Poland, Czech Republic, and also the Yugoslavian breakaway, the Slovenia, Slovakia. These are the teams, Macedonia.
Yes.
These all are breakaway from Yugoslovakia. And once on a time, Czechoslovakia also very good football history in the back. And they are, when they break away the various countries, they make a small countries, and they also get a legacy of football too. We'll definitely, next one of our show should discuss about East European legacy of football, which is a lot of people still unknown because of the slowly glittering leagues we have: Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga. These are our glitters. But of course, we should think about our heritage of football in Europe is also in East European heritage. It's a very strong bonding of East Europe football. We have a lot of great heroes from Kim to enrich their football history. Once again, thank you, Fernando, for joining us.
Kaushik.
And it's really a pleasure. It's our pleasure, always a pleasure to discuss with you. And really, it's a wonderful time with you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night. And our viewers, we should end our show today, and we have another show. And it's really a fantastic time with Fernando. He has given an in-depth knowledge about the European football. We talk about more, summing up our show today. We talk about on playoffs, which team is good. We talk about very emotionally and also very passionately about how this World Cup will miss one of the giant team, Portugal or Italy. Only one team can join. We only can see Portugal, Ronaldo's Portugal, or Roberto Mancini's Italy. That's all the time to say who we're going to see. Once again, good night for everybody, and we'll see you soon. Thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoy the show. Good night, and we enjoy the football. Thank you.